Doctor Who 555 says, guys, do you like Sombra? Let's talk about it. This is the Sombra discussion time. And my initial impressions with her when I played her at BlizzCon 2016 was that she was super powerful. We didn't really understand her kit until we sat down to play it, and the idea that she could silence somebody was just totally nuts because the implications at that press event, you could hack through a Reinhardt shield, which I think made her twice as good as she ended up being. And that hack does take time. I also didn't realize that damage interrupted it, all kinds of stuff. So hack is right-click.
You can hack before game?
No, you can't hack before game. You can hack a health pack. You can hack an enemy turret to disable it for 5 minutes. You can hack an enemy hero to silence them for 5 seconds. You also have this invisibility, which also gives you a nice speed buff, and that, when combined with her E, which is this teleportation disc, gives you a ton of mobility.
Think Translocator from Unreal Tournament.
Yes, and what you can do with this is you could toss that like over there, and basically you could go as ham as possible, and then if you get into trouble, just dip right out. So it's not like Tracer where you have to worry about where you were a couple of seconds ago. The only thing you have to worry about is where that translocator went to. And then her ultimate, EMP, of course, silences everybody, as well as destroying shields. By the way, Winston, hard counter to Sombra.
You're going to see a lot more Winstons.
So Sombra, I don't know. I have, in my experience in ranked, so initially I thought she was super powerful. I think everybody thought she was OP.
Is that a Bastion?
And
no.
Her moveset
Yes,
does lend itself in a way that is essential in the way Reinhardt's is to pushing, but she's a much more situational pick than I think a Reinhardt. And also, I think, just in terms of her base power level, I do not think she is OP in her current state. I don't think she fits in every comp. And I think that she is one of those characters that I think, like, hey, they're deathballing super hard. All right, time to pick Sombra.
Yeah.
She doesn't, despite her E-mobility, she doesn't have a lot of other means to stay alive. So if your E is down, you can't really do invisibility to get out of trouble because you're going to be getting shot that whole time. So those are my initial thoughts on her. You're still honing in the arc of that. And then the other thing, too, is, like, is it...
Oh, my God, I'm hacked.
Is it worth it to take the time to hack? A lot of the times, just shooting them in the head can be better. And the characters that I think, yes, it's absolutely worth it are Tracer or Reaper if they're not too close to you. I think something like a Lucio or a Mercy. And you really have to be smart. And the other thing that's so important with Sombra is communication. Communication is absolutely key. You have to tell your teammates when you're hacking. Otherwise, I think it doesn't really do much. It's like, oh, hey, I'm hacking Pharah, she can't get away. I'm hacking Reaper, she can't get away. Everybody go all in on Reaper, and then you can kill her. Like right now, for instance, would be a great time for everybody to go all in on Winston. But your team just not helping here. And as this is a side of Sombra, even though you have gold and eliminations that we're seeing that is squishy, that is not a god.
Dude, I'm so bad at Sombra.